How about Mr. Mike Baker? Come on up.
Hello, everyone. I have to first bring up the fact that the guy that I'm inducting tonight, I saw him get tossed by Holly out of Wood Creek Little League when his son was playing. So there's a little 5 degrees of separation for you there. Jennifer remembers. Anyway, I'm here to talk to you about Mr. Troy Nogosek. He's one of our new inductees into the Hall of Fame, and very honorable guy, great friend, longtime teammate. Career firefighter that just retired, so thank you for that, Troy, first responder. And race car driver, used to go see him race at Roseville Raceway, Goose, right? And just a wonderful longtime teammate. One of the things, we played together for somewhere close to 25 years, and in the early years, what I always loved about the Nogosek family is they all came to every game. His mother, Marie, his wife, Jennifer, Jessica, his daughter, Stephen, and Brad, can't forget Bradley. But they were at every game. In fact, I used to smoke, and his daughter told me that one time, and it stuck with me and helped me to quit. Jessica said, "You keep that up, you're going to end up with a hole in your throat." And I was, God, that's kind of harsh, but okay, it worked, and I appreciate that. You can tell her I said thank you for that. I haven't smoked in 20 years. But anyway, as far as talent goes with Troy, Troy is a five-tool player all the way. He always had power. He always had a great arm, great speed, just a great shortstop, and really fun to play with. And I've seen him do some amazing things. I saw him hit a home run in James Field one time that was halfway up the oak tree in center field, which is one of the longer blasts I've ever seen. And it was a pleasure. I played first base. Made you look good digging out a lot of your throws. But it was always a pleasure playing with you out there. But just an amazing talent, always on the field, and just a lot of fun to play with. Never short on words. He always stood out at shortstop like this. So we nicknamed him Action Figure. It was T. Roy or Action Figure all the time. And you could pose him any way you wanted out there. He would stay there. But just a lot of fun to play with. Anytime a siren went by in the ballpark, Troy, fire truck, fire truck. Just looking around, always yelling fire truck. But just an absolute pleasure to play with, and I love playing with you all those years. And he's moved to Montana now, tore his labrum and had to get out of baseball, but what a player he was, and I think very deservedly so. It's time to put him into the Hall of Fame. So, Troy, come on up.
Thank you, Mr. Baker. Thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate it. My Braves family, my family, it means a lot. My wife has put up with me for many years of my baseball career, taking care of me, taking care of the kids while I wasn't home and I was out playing. Holly, yes, we did have our issues, but we still made it through and had a great time. So that was always good. Thank you to the committee, JT, all the work you put in. Alan, thank you. I know you put a lot of work into it. And for the future presidents and everything, you got your work cut out for you. Because you got some big shoes to fill with Alan taking off. A couple things. I started out with Dave Painter a long ago in '91. He's said, hey, let's go play some, catch and everything. And I'm like, all right. We went out to the park and played catch, and he goes, you want to play men's senior baseball? And I'm like, yeah, that'd be fun. I got out of it for a while. And he goes, let me see what I can do. And, and a couple weeks later, he calls and says, hey, we're going to the Rockland Royals. Okay. Didn't know who anybody was, and, had a great time with them. And then he called me a few years later and goes, hey, we're switching to the River Cats with Gary Stonebrook. Okay. So we moved on to that and had wonderful time with that whole crew. And my mom passed away in 2004. And Stonebrook and the boys built a bat bench for my mom, and we had a celebration of life up at James Field, and they brought that out, and it meant the world to me, because my mom was a special part of that through all my baseball career. When I was 6 years old, she would play catch with me and help me and pitch to me and everything else. So when they brought that out, it was very special. So Gary, and thank you very much for that. It meant a lot. Just a couple things that stood out with Gary. When I first went to Arizona, I didn't know anything about it, and I'm like, "What's this Arizona stuff?" He goes, "It's World Series." And I'm like, "Okay, is it exciting?" And they go, "Oh yeah, it's exciting." First year, I buy all my stuff, get all dolled up for to make an impression with the World Series, and then we get into the monsoon, and it poured. Flooded the whole parking lot, flooded the fields, and I'm like, well, I guess I spent all that money and we're going home. Because I'm used to Sacramento, it rains and we're not playing for a week. And he goes, nope, an hour, we'll be playing. And sure enough, in an hour, it dried up, they raked the field, and we played. And had the best time at that time, and I did it for 20 more years. I never got a ring till 2015 with the Braves. With my kids, I wish they could be here, but they got work and everything else. I remember some stuff with them. My daughter, I think she was 11, 12 years old. We're at Davis Playfields, and all of a sudden she's singing the national anthem. I'm like, okay, great. So that was a special time, listening to her, sing the national anthem. A few years later, with Mike Baker and the team, I had both my boys for the father and son tournament, and we ended up winning that. And I was playing shortstop. Stephen was behind the plate, and Brad was pitching. And just to have that as a parent was unbelievable. So that meant a lot to me. And then 2015 with the Braves, we ended up winning the MSB World Series in the 55 and over, got the ring, and was a great time. But 2014 at work, I got hurt at work, and it cut my career short. I had 2 years. I played 14 and 15, and I had to have surgery on my both shoulders. I have had 2 knee replacements, so it took my dream away. And it was very hard. I love every one of you that I played with. I miss those days. They mean a lot, but it is what it is. And all I can say is cherish every day that you can play the game, because you never know what'll happen that takes that away from you. And it's hard to live with that. I see on Facebook about all the players and everything that, who's winning, and, and I just wish I could be part of that. But so we did move to Montana. We love it up there. It's been nice. So I want to thank everybody, the committee again. I appreciate it, Baker. You and PD and TD and JD have made a lot of special moments out of the career that I did have here. So I thank you for that, and appreciate every one of you. Thank you.
Right here for your picture.